We are going to make the background for our printmaking project. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we have a messy mat to protect the table from getting any paint or ink on the table. We're going to write our name on our paper and your class. Then we're going to go ahead and flip this over. We are going to be using ink daubers and tempera sticks to create the background for our printmaking project. Your ink daubers might look a little different than mine, and your teacher might have another material that you could possibly use. When we're using our daubers, we're going to take the cap off, we're going to turn it upside down, and we're going to press. It does not take a lot of pressure for these to work. If you jab this down, look what happens. It splatters and it is not good for the dauber. This is not what we want to see. No splatters, please. So on our project paper, you may use whatever colors you want. You are going to start to fill the background with your dots. My red doesn't work very well. Okay. After they dry, if you would like to overlap some of your colors, you can. But we're going to take our time and we are going to be intentional with our dots. Intentional means they're going in the place that you want them to be. We are not just putting them everywhere without making a plan first. Right now I'm not overlapping, and that's because my ink is still wet and I don't want my colors to mix on the dauber pad because then it might ruin the color for somebody else. So right now I'm just putting my dots down on the white space. We can overlap here in a little bit. Don't forget, you can also go off the edge of your paper if you'd like. That's one good reason to have the messy mat on the table. Now, if I'm looking and my ink is dry, I'm touching it, nothing is coming off on my finger, then you could start to overlap some of those colors. But if you touch your dot and ink comes off on your finger, it's not ready to overlap yet. This one looks pretty dry. This is why we want to be intentional. We are paying attention and putting the dots where they make sense and where they're not going to bleed. I love the overlapping dots. Make sure to fill your entire background with lots of colorful dots.